But you can get them for $1,000. You can get them for $3,000. I take that $5,600 and I stick it into an HSA, which works like an IRA, lowers my cost basis. My insurance part is $3,000 a year. My total out-of-pocket cost maximum is under $9,000 a year. It's true insurance. And you're right on, Glenn. If we did things like that, people had to actually pay attention to the costs that are involved, it would make costs go down. You there?
The other point then is business, and maybe I might have missed a part of this, but I had my second point there, that businesses do not pay taxes. They put the money that they pay for taxes in the cost of the product, and they say that they can't afford health care for their employees. Well, they could if they put it in the price of their product. And once again, it's going to put it at the local level, and it's going to get the government out of our business.
Yeah, well, that's everything. All costs are passed on down to the consumer. It's as simple as that. Yeah, I say that all the time to people. I said corporations don't pay taxes. People pay taxes. And that's why I think we should eliminate the corporate. If we eliminated the corporate tax, what would happen to the price of goods and services? Everything would drop. We're the ones that pay it. You get these idiots in Congress saying, oh, we need to have confiscatory taxes on the oil companies. They're making too much money. Who's making the most money off the oil companies but the federal government? They're making the most, not the oil companies. And all the oil companies are going to do is just raise the prices. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's right there. We got Ed on the phone from Montana. Ed, welcome to Savage Nation.
Good morning, or good afternoon. My comment is the government is in charge of millions of acres of forests out here.
Yes.
Literally, it's brown with pine beetles. They're being killed, and now they want to manage our health care? Give me a break.
Well, we're also spending stimulus money to count horses and also, Savage, allowing me the opportunity to get a little Serenity Now moment here today. I'd lose my mind if I wasn't allowed to vent on this stuff. We got Fred on the line from Mississippi. Fred, welcome to Savage Nation.
Hi, Chris. Thanks for having me. I got a comment and then a question. With Barack Obama having about 36 czars now, 5 of them are pronounced as being devout communist, and they're his closest advisors. But it looks to me like the new czar for the FCC is going to come backdoor on you guys and try to cancel you off the air.
Yeah, that's definitely a concern. But I honestly believe, and maybe it's wishful thinking, that if they ever went in that direction, there'd be a complete revolt here. And one of the great things about the Constitution of the United States is we have a reset button every 2 years, and that's next year. And we're going to decide who's going to be going in, who's going to be taking place. And I would recommend to everybody out there, start putting new people in there. Start putting some small business owners. Start recruiting some of the people that actually, the real movers and groovers in your community that make things happen. Ask them to go and serve. Because the people we have in there now, they're just interested in the next election cycle. Most of them, for that matter. Another caller on the line. We've got Kathy from Pennsylvania. Kathy, welcome to Savage Nation.
Chris, I just wanted to say that I am so completely saddened by John McCain's comments in regards to Barack Obama.
But Kathy, are you surprised?
I'm not surprised, and that's why he did not win. But it almost seems to me like, you know, we're supposed to put these smart people into the Senate and the Congress, and it's almost like you have to be so politically correct you can't call it for what it is. I mean, it's very blatant. The whole health care thing is a complete violation of the 10th Amendment, and how can somebody who's a senator not see that? And it just seems like, you know, it's almost like when you're little and you're with your mother and you're walking down the street and she sees something. Oh, don't look at that. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. And it's like, well, wait a minute. This is wrong. And, you know, you want to call it out, but you're told not to. And it almost seems like that's what people are forced to do, is to be politically polite with it.
Well, Kathy, do you remember high school? You remember back to high school with the cliques?
Yes.
You know, it was a popular crowd and a not so popular crowd and all these various different things. Well, I've had the opportunity. I've been to inaugurations. I've been to various different events at Washington, D.C. I broadcast from both political conventions there. And let me explain something to you. These people, they want to get invited to the parties. They want to be a part of the in crowd, the cool crowd. I know it sounds juvenile, But that has a lot to do with it. They want to be deemed cool. They want the New York Times to like them. What's real freedom here in this country? Let me tell you when you're free. When you do not care what anybody thinks about you. The only people that I care about thinks about me is my wife, my family, my father, my mother, my brothers. That's it. That's freedom. These people, they're not like that. They want to be a part of the cool crowd, and they want to get kicked out. Thanks for the phone call, Kathy. We got to take a break here. I want to remind everybody as well, though, get to michaelsavage.com. That's the website you need to get to. I'm going to be getting to a story on michaelsavage.com. And don't forget, you can sign up for his latest book, which is bound to be a New York Times bestseller, Banned in Britain. You can pre-order it there at the website. Phone lines are open, 800-449-TALK. Don't go away. Be right back.
Savage. On the air, online, and on the go. This is Talk 910 KNEW.
Welcome back to the Savage Nation. I'm Chris Markowski, filling in for the good doctor. 800-449-TALK is the number. I want to invite everybody to get to michaelsavage.com. There's a lot of great articles there. Stuff, see, it's unfortunate because newspapers back page stuff. They're actually the really important stuff they tend to put towards the back of the newspaper. And the Savage Nation and Michael Savage and all the people around him compile a lot of these articles. I'm going to share one with you here. We went long in the last segment, so I don't have a lot of time. Frank focused on reshaping U.S. finance. Congressman relishing pivotal role in overhaul. Barney Frank. Booty fleek! Suffering succotash! I thought I saw a booty cat! Think about this for a second. Barney Frank is relishing his role in reshaping U.S. finance. He was one of the useful idiots that helped bring the whole thing down by forcing banks to make loans to people who can't afford to pay them back. Oh, let's break thousands of years of economic gravity because I'm Booty Frank. The closest Barney Frank got to running a business was that brothel out of his brownstone in Boston. We'll be back.
Savage. This is the Savage Nation on Talk 910 KNEW.
Savage Nation, Chris Markowski filling in for the good doctor. 1-800-449-TALK is the number. We got Vinny on the line from North Carolina. Vinny, welcome to the Savage Nation.
Chris, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Look, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and I don't run around like Chicken Little at the sky's falling. I've got a quick story that'll make sense to you if you follow it. Can I give
Sure, go ahead. I'd love to hear it.
All right. When I was a boy, a young boy, and only, as you get older, you find out who your parents are. Mm-hmm. And I found that my dad's education through his life, the point was political history as a political science major and different things, and civics. So as I was growing up, he would point out articles to me and different things in the news. And I remember almost as far back just before the Carter administration and forth. Mm-hmm. And I could always see why he would say to me, well, during this down time, son, you'd see why interest rates are the way they are and unemployment numbers are the way they are and the prices in the market are reflective of this. And you could always...
I do that with my 6-year-old today. Exactly.
Right. You could always kind of see how the roller coaster was the effect. But now, Barack Obama, unfortunately, is the square peg that now fits in the round hole of this finalization of the true push for socialization in this country. And it's sad that the American people are slowly awakening. I mean, the town hall meetings, they're not brown shirts. They're not Nazis. They're true American, red-blooded, hard-working people that are now seeing the government for what it's truly becoming and has become.
Vinny, you're 110% right. And let me try to take this back a little bit further. Because there's been such a power grab by Washington, D.C., We've got almost like a centrally planned, centrally run government. It wasn't supposed to be that way.